The connection between breathwork and mental clarity. The technique of breathwork, which entails consciously regulating breathing patterns, has become well known for its significant influence on mental clarity. Breathwork can improve focus and decision-making by affecting emotional states, physiological reactions, and cognitive processes. In this video, we will go through 7 key points that illustrate the connection between breathwork and improved mental clarity. Number 7. Activation of the parasympathetic nervous system. In order to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is essential for reestablishing equilibrium in the body, breathwork techniques, especially those that stress slow, deep, and rhythmic breathing, are essential. The sympathetic nervous system's fight or flight reaction is inhibited by the PNS, which is in charge of encouraging a state of peace and relaxation. Diaphragmatic breathing, which promotes the use of the diaphragm rather than shallow chest breathing, is what people do when they do breathwork. The vagus nerve, a vital part of the PNS that runs from the brainstem to numerous organs throughout the body, is stimulated by this kind of breathing. Consequently, blood pressure drops, muscle tension is released, and heart rate slows. This transition to a relaxed state allows for improved cognitive performance by calming anxiousness and racing thoughts, in addition to physiological reactions. People can think more clearly and creatively in this peaceful setting since there are less stressor cluttering their heads. This physiological serenity makes it possible for people to utilize their cognitive resources more efficiently and produces the ideal mental state for problem solving and decision making. Number 6. Improved heart rate variability. Heart rate variability shows how well the body can adjust to stimulate and is a crucial sign of the health of the autonomic nervous system. A healthy autonomic nerve system that can effectively transition between sympathetic and parasympathetic states is indicated by a greater HRV. It has been demonstrated that breathwork techniques, particularly those that incorporate deliberate breathing patterns like extended exhalation, greatly increase HRV by fostering relaxation and lowering stress reactions. Slow inhalations and lengthier exhalations, for instance, promote a calming state that improves PNS activation. In addition to improving emotional regulation, this physiological balance also improves cognitive function. Those with higher HRV are more resilient to stress and are better able to concentrate on difficult tasks. By regularly practicing breathwork, people develop a physiological state that promotes mental clarity, enabling them to face issues with composure and calmness instead of being distracted or overcome by anxiety. This exercise has the potential to improve mental clarity over time by bringing about long-lasting changes in how one handles stress. Number 5. Enhanced brain activity. Breathwork and brain activity have a complex and significant link. Certain breathing exercises can alter brainwave patterns that promote creativity and mental clarity. For example, it has been demonstrated that breathing slowly and rhythmically increases alpha brainwave activity while lowering theta wave activity. Alpha waves are linked to a calm but attentive state of mind, also referred to as the zone, where people are more creative and have an innate ability to solve problems. Because it makes it easier to access both creative and analytical ideas at the same time, this condition promotes better cognitive performance. Theta waves, on the other hand, are associated with states of deep relaxation or sleep, which might not be favorable for active problem-solving or focused thought. Through breathwork techniques like pranayama or mindfulness meditation, people can create an atmosphere that promotes the generation of alpha waves, which can lead to increased mental clarity and better cognitive function. In addition to improving focus, this change fosters creative thinking, which is crucial for making wise decisions in both personal and professional settings. Number 4. Reduction of anxiety and stress. Breathwork's capacity to encourage mindfulness and relaxation has made it a well-known technique for lowering stress and anxiety. During these exercises, people who concentrate on their breathing are practicing mindfulness, which disrupts the negative thought processes that are frequently linked to anxiety. According to research, breathing exercises that are controlled can increase feelings of relaxation and well-being while also lowering cortisol levels, which are the hormone that causes stress. By keeping one's attention on one's breathing, people can become more grounded in the here and now and stop thinking about regrets from the past or anxieties about the future. People find it simpler to think clearly and make decisions free from fear and strong emotions as stress is reduced via consistent breathwork practice. Additionally, the physiological advantages of breathwork go beyond short-term alleviation. Consistent practice can result in long-term decreases in anxiety symptoms by building resilience against everyday stressors. Overall mental clarity is improved by this compounding effect. When anxiety levels drop, people can face obstacles with greater clarity and less burden from excessive concern. Number 3. Facilitation of emotional regulation. Because breathwork affects how our bodies react to our emotions, it is a powerful tool for improving emotional regulation. The amygdala, which processes fear and anxiety, and the prefrontal cortex, which controls higher-order functions like decision-making, are two important brain regions involved in emotional processing that can have their activity modulated by controlled breathing techniques. People who do breathwork become more adept at controlling their emotions, which increases their emotional stability in trying circumstances. For example, deep breathing exercises can assist activate the prefrontal cortex regulatory processes while also reducing the activity of the amygdala when faced with stress or conflict. Instead of behaving rashly out of fear or anxiety, this dynamic connection enables people to process their emotions in a more positive way. By teaching people to analyze their emotional states objectively, breathwork also helps people become more self-aware, which empowers them to react to emotional difficulties deliberately rather than impulsively. Over time, practitioners who develop this capacity to control their emotions through breath control report increased mental clarity. They are able to tackle issues without being distracted by unreasonable thoughts or emotional reactions. Number 2, promotion of mindfulness and focus. By focusing on one's breathing patterns, breathwork naturally encourages mindfulness, which is the discipline of being totally present in the moment without distraction or judgment. By focusing on the breath, people can develop an awareness that improves their capacity to focus on the work at hand without getting sidetracked by internal or external stimuli. It has been demonstrated that practicing mindfulness through breathwork increases attention span and cognitive flexibility, or the ability to modify one's thoughts in response to new information or evolving situations. Over time, these advantages may be further reinforced by research, showing that consistent mindfulness practice might result in structural alterations in the brain regions linked to emotional control and attention regulation. Practitioners who improve their ability to sustain this concentrated awareness during breathwork sessions frequently discover that these abilities carry over into other spheres of their lives. They report increased productivity and more lucid thought processes in both personal and professional settings. Remaining centered allows people to handle difficult tasks more easily and effectively, while lowering emotions of overwhelm. This increased attention not only improves performance, but also cultivates a sense of fulfillment from completing tasks mindfully. Number 1, neurophysiological mechanisms. Breathwork has significant neurophysiological effects through complex neuronal connections that allow for communication between multiple brain regions. Controlled breathing affects distinct brain regions involved in emotion regulation and cognition. Deep breathing, for example, has been demonstrated to improve connectivity between the prefrontal cortex, which is in charge of executive processes like planning, decision-making, and impulse control, and the amygdala, which is in charge of processing emotions. This improved connectivity makes it possible for people to digest information more efficiently, while preserving emotional equilibrium under pressure. It permits people to use reason even in the face of intense emotions or high-stress situations. Additionally, studies indicate that breathwork may promote neuroplasticity, which is the brain's capacity to rearrange itself by creating new neural connections. This process helps people maintain cognitive flexibility over time by enabling them to modify their ways of thinking in response to new information or experiences they come across in life. People who regularly practice breathwork experience greater mental clarity, emotional regulation, and resilience as a result of these neurophysiological changes that strengthen pathways linked to self-regulation and cognitive performance. In summary, breathwork is a useful technique for boosting mental clarity through physiological adjustments, emotional control, and heightened awareness, which makes it a successful approach to promoting mental health in general. If you liked our video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel.